What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and today I wanted to get in front of the camera and talk a little bit about the Mezco Pre-Toy Fair Event that they had today. They did a Pre-Toy Fair Event, and they did a live stream on their Facebook, so everybody was able to kind of check out what they had going on. We didn't have to wait for people that were there to release pictures and stuff, so I think it was really cool that they did that. They did a Pre-Toy Fair event last year too. And with last year's, I feel like they revealed too much, and they didn't have too much to show at the following Comic-Con. And some of those figures that they revealed at last year's Pre-Toy Fair event haven't even come out yet, so it's kind of like, what's the point? But this year, I think they did a really good job at showing just enough. Like, they had a really solid showing, but it wasn't like an onslaught of figures. So the first one I want to talk about is the Star Trek figures. The only character that I noticed there that we hadn't seen before was, I believe his name is Bones McKay or Bones McCoy, something like that. I apologize, I'm not a huge Star Trek guy. I don't even know if that's a character that Star Trek fans were interested in. If he is, I'm sure they'll be really happy because I'm sure Mezco will do a great job with it. And you know, with all the other Star Trek figures, they've been killing it. I love the face sculpts and stuff like that. I'm just not a huge fan, but hopefully for people that are fans of Star Trek, they're excited about that. And another interesting thing that they showed was Evil Dead figures. I think that it looks really good. They showed Ash with his chainsaw arm and stuff like that. It had a couple cool accessories. It had the Necronomicon or whatever it's called, the book that he has, the Book of the Dead or whatever it is. I haven't seen you know, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead in a minute, but yeah, he has the book and stuff. And I think that it's a really good looking figure, but it kind of felt like unnecessary because in my opinion, NECA kind of has the Evil Dead thing on lock. The NECA figures look really nice, and I think they kind of get the job done as far as Evil Dead goes. And in my opinion, it kind of feels like the NECA face sculpt for Ash was a little bit better than the Mezco one looked. The Mezco one looked like a teenager almost, a teenager with a little bit of blood on his face. But again, that's just going off like the promo pictures and the pictures that kind of surfaced online and what I was able to see, you know, during the live stream. Yeah, I don't think his face sculpt looked as good as the NECA ones, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, and the next one that I want to talk about is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, she looks really good. I would have been more interested in a comic book version of Wonder Woman, but I guess we kind of needed the movie version to go along with the, you know, Mezco Batman vs. Superman, Batman and the Superman that's coming out, and the armored Batman. So it'll be cool to have, you know, the whole crew there for the Batman vs. Superman movie. But yeah, I think I would have preferred a comic book version of Wonder Woman. The other really interesting ones that they showed were, they had a couple zombies from Dawn of the Dead. I think that was really cool to dig into some old cinema and pull out some, you know, something random like that. They had the zombie known as Flyboy, and then they had another random zombie that I don't think, I'm not sure if he had a name or whatever, but they looked really cool, and it'll be cool to get some zombies just to use as like generic zombies, you know. But yeah, those look really cool, and I like the whole idea of just digging deep into like an old movie and you know, making good figures for it. And that's something I don't think anyone's ever made like Dawn of the Dead figures. Maybe like McFarlane back in the day, or maybe even NECA. I just don't remember. Either one of those, I could see either one of those doing Dawn of the Dead figures. But it's really cool that Mezco's doing it, and I think I think they're going to be really nice. They look really good. And they also showed off a new Batman figure. And I think he looks alright. I mean, to me, he doesn't look great or anything. I'm not too familiar with his version of Batman or anything. He kind of looks... I've seen some old comic books that kind of had this look with the extended like ears. But yeah, he looks cool. I don't think he looks as good as like the Dark Knight Returns or anything like that. But you know, more Batmans are always cool. So. And another really interesting one that was super random, and I like the idea. I like the idea of it, of picking such a random, crazy, you know, character to do, but I don't know how much I care about that particular character. Was Popeye. Like, I think that's crazy that they did that, and I really don't know who's interested in buying a Popeye figure like that. It does look cool. I like the style of it. It has like a grimy look to it. I guess it's kind of like the old cartoons. It kind of remind me of what the movie was kind of going for, but it doesn't exactly look like the movie version of Popeye with Robin Williams from back in the day. But yeah, it looks like it was going for the same kind of thing. But yeah, he looks cool. He looks very interesting. I might pick him up, but I just can't think of anyone that was like excited or, you know, wanting a Popeye figure. But I do like the idea that they would, you know, make some obscure weird figure like that. So that was very cool. And the ones that I'm most excited about obviously are the Marvel things, because they showed some really cool Marvel stuff. The one that I was really surprised about was Iron Man, because he, you know, the whole Mezco 112 collective thing, you know, it makes it a 112 collective figure because it has like cloth clothing and, you know, different kind of materials. So I'm kind of interested as to see what kind of materials they use for Iron Man. As far as I can see, it just looks like an articulated figure. It looks good. It looks really good. It looks better than the Marvel Legends one from a couple years back in the 2-pack. But I just don't know what makes it a 112 collective figure. It just kind of just looks like a really dope 6-inch Iron Man figure. And I am excited about it. It looks really good. It has a bunch of different hands and blast effects and things like that. And yeah, that one's going to be really cool. And they also showed off a Netflix version of Daredevil. And I think that looks really good. And if the other Mezco Daredevil is any indication of how good this one will be, this thing's gonna be amazing. I really can't wait for it. And you know, Netflix, Hasbro kind of dropped the ball when it came to Netflix Daredevil. I think they are gonna come out with one pretty soon. I heard rumors about like a Marvel Knights wave, but I think they took too long, really. You know, now Mezco has one, and the Mezco one's obviously gonna be way better. So yeah, he looks really good. Can't wait for that one. The other one that I saw that I was really excited about was Doctor Strange. I think that's a perfect character to do in the Mezco 112 collective line, and he comes with a bunch of cool like you know, sorcery effects and stuff like that. He looks really dope. I can't wait for him. And you could see like in the pictures he has like weird designs on his clothes and stuff. I like I like how Mezco does like their own takes on characters, and you can see that they kind of, you know, implemented that into Doctor Strange. If you look close, he's got some weird designs on his legs and on his clothes and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then one we saw that I think that most people were anticipating was Wolverine, and he looks really good. He has like you know, multiple sets of hands, and he comes with a couple katana swords, and it looks like he has an unmasked head. And yeah, he looks really, really good. Some people were complaining like how his shorts looked. I don't know, I think it looked fine. It didn't stand out as bad looking to me. But we'll see what it looks like in person. But I just know that was a complaint that people were saying right away. His shorts look funny and it might hinder the articulation and whatever. But I don't know, I think he looked good, so I'm really excited about that. I think most people were kind of figuring that they were going to show a Wolverine toy. I mean a Wolverine figure. I think that he just works really good with the Mezco stuff. A figure that I kind of thought that we'd see that we didn't was a black suit Spider-Man. You know, they got Spider-Man coming out. You figured that like black suit Spider-Man would be a no-brainer and that'd come out. But yeah, they didn't reveal that, so that was kind of interesting. And I also thought we'd see like a Gambit for some reason. I don't know. Like Wolverine and Gambit, I thought we were going to see both of those. So I think that's everything, or everything at least that I was excited about. I'm pretty sure, maybe I probably missed something. If I did, just let me know in the comments. Please be sure to let me know which figure that you're most excited about. I'd say if I could only get one of those figures out of all of them, I'd probably get Doctor Strange, I think. I think that his character design just works the best for Mezco 112 Collective. And then Wolverine being a close second. But yeah, I think the one figure I'm most excited about was Doctor Strange. But yeah, they had a really good showing, showed a lot of cool stuff. Just enough cool stuff. They didn't like overload with all kinds of craziness like they did last year, and hopefully it leaves the door open to show some more cool stuff at Comic-Con coming up, you know, in 6 months or whatever. But yeah, really cool stuff. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to let me know which character you're most excited about that Mezco showed off today. And if you liked the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that cool stuff. And that's it. Thank you very much. Peace.